Objetivo calidad. That's radio. Learning is amazing. Nais mong matuto, buksan mo ang iyong radyo. Lahat kami ay narito, tapat sa aming serbisyo. Walang problemang di malalampasan. Magliliwanag ang ating kinabukasan. That's radio, silid aralan sa radyo. Hatid namin makabagong paraan ng pagtuturo. Kahit saan at kahit kailan.
Ito ang 106.3 DANHS Radio. DANHS Radio.
Prepare yourself.
Ang silid-aralan sa radyo, hatid namin ay makabagong paraan ng pagtuturo at kalaman. Mapaumaga, tanghali o hapon man yan. Ang istasyong magbibigay impormasyon kahit saan man.
For something big.
Alright, here we go.
106.3 DANHS Radio. Doña Aurora National High School, Santa Rita, Aurora, Isabela.
This
106.3 DWDR FM. Pre-calculus, advanced algebra, intermediate algebra, trigonometry, elementary algebra, geometry. Mga araling dapat tuklasin. Mathematics Learning Area. Mathematics kahit saan, kahit kailan. Mathematics, maaasahan, inyong tututukan dito sa 106.3 DWDR FM. Basta Dance Radio, learning is amazing!
Hello! Kaway-kaway po sa ating mga grade 10 learners. Kumusta po kayong lahat? Mahangin masyado yung side ko, kaya yung aking buhok, Okay. So, time check. It's already 1:03. And today is Thursday, June 3, 2021. Ready na po ba kayo, our grade 9 learners? Welcome to Math Alive sa Facebook Live. Yours truly is Teacher Marife Guillermo. So, we are now on the last quarter. So, nasa quarter 4 na po tayo of this school year. So, ito po ang una nating linggo. Umpisa po ng quarter 4, shift 1. Sobrang bilis ng araw. Parang kailan lang po noong unang araw ng ating pasok, October 5. So ngayon, nasa quarter 4 na po tayo. Di ba, Sir Sunny?
Oh, yes. Teacher Maripe, I am always on the go because my co-host is always ready. Whatever may be. So, good afternoon, everyone, especially to our grade 9 learners, the focus of our live for today. So, to join us in our discussion sa Mata Live sa Facebook Live, of course, I want to welcome the Team 9 and 10 teachers, our brilliant learning facilitators, headed by our smart, small but terrible master teacher, Corazon Molina, our electronic raffle coordinator, Teacher Delma Quaresma, our Jamboard writer, Teacher Marley Jane Espiritu, and Teacher Naida Mangabag. Okay, back to you, Ma'am Beautiful.
Yes, thank you, Sir Sunny. Gusto ko yan. Okay, so...
May merienda ako mamaya sa'yo.
Yes, sir. May papansit si Lolo Poldo mamaya. Okay. So, special greetings to our technical specialist. Ang lagi naming kasama dito, si Teacher Joshel Rezon Guillermo. And of course, to our very generous Mami Merly, our Supervisory Head, Ma'am Merlinda Dayaw Dante, our Assistant Principal, Ma'am Ruby Regal Guillermo, and to our Officer in Charge, the Chief Education Supervisor of the Division of Isabela, Sir Rodrigo V. Pascua. Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Maripe. So, well and good. Lahat naman siguro ay nabati na natin. So, bilangin mo mabuti ang pamimeriendahin, Ma'am Merlin. Special greetings to all grade 9 learners. Just as what I've said a while back, they are the reason behind this live stream na pinagpuyatan pa ng ating magandang co-host, Ma'am Maripe Guillermo. Of course, headed by 9 Einstein, 9 Mendeleev, 9 Rutherford, 9 SPJ, 9 Obra, 9 Sinagtala, 9 Acacia, 9 Almasiga, 9 Banaba, 9 Kamagong, 9 Mahogany, 9 Nara, 9 Molabe, 9 Lawan, 9 Tanggile, 9 Yakal, and of course, special shout out to my 2 sections under me, 9 Tindalo and 9 Talisay, who will be fulfilling my dreams for today.
Yes. Alam
Okay,
nyo na
back to
kung
you,
ano
Ma'am
yung dream
Maripe.
ni sir. Pagbigyan na yan. Okay, so 9 SPJ.
Yes.
SPA is 9 Obra and 9 Sinagtala. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. Ang aking 9 Almasiga, sana may manalo naman na ngayon. Okay? So, sige, lahat yan wish namin sa inyong lahat. So our topic for today is right triangle trigonometry. Exciting ang topic na ito. Bakit? Kasi, by the way class, kailangan namin ng scientific calculator ninyo as we go on with our lesson for today. So, mamaya, habang kasalukay ng ating RBI, pakikuha nyo na po ang mga kailangan natin. Kailangan natin ng papel, ballpen, pencil, and scientific calculator para po makasunod kayo. Okay. So our learning competencies for today illustrates the 6 trigonometric ratios. We have the sine, cosine, tangent, secant, cosecant, and cotangent. And finds the trigonometric ratios of special angles. So the application of this will be explained to you, our dear learners, when we will be back on our live streaming after the airing of the RBI lesson. So stay tuned and listen attentively to the airing of the RBI lesson about illustrating the 6 trigonometric ratios.
Triangle trigonometry. Manig tayo mabuti.
DANHS Radio, silid-aralan sa radyo. Hatid namin makabago, paraan ang pagtuturo.
Wala nang makakapigil pa. Sulong Arangkada 106.3 DANHS Radio sa Aurora, Isabela.
Edukasyo'y susulong, basta't magtulong-tulong. Sulong edukalidad, DANHS Radio. Learning is amazing.
Precalculus,
Advanced Algebra,
Intermediate Algebra, Trigonometry,
Elementary Algebra,
Geometry, mga aralin na dapat tuklasin.
Mathematics Learning Area,
Mathematics, kahit saan, kahit kailan.
Mathematics maaasahan.
Inyong tututukan dito sa
106.3
DANHS Radio.
Learning is amazing!
Amazing day to our dear listeners, especially to our grade 9 learners. This is your school on the air in Mathematics 9. It is a great privilege that you can join us in another episode of Fun-Filled Experience through radio. Make it a habit to tune in to our station 106.3 DWDR-FM. DANHS Radio. I will be your host for today. I am teacher Rufino Arpomeda Jr. of Doña Aurora National High School. Let us start today with positivity. I hope that you will enjoy learning while listening to your lesson. How are you feeling today? Make sure that you are comfortably seated while listening, and please prepare all the needed materials just like pen, learning activity sheets, scientific calculator, paper, and ruler because we will be having an enjoyable lesson for today. I hope all are set and you are ready to listen and learn from our lesson on illustrating the 6 trigonometric ratios. Here is your radio teacher, Teacher Ruela S. Santos.
A wonderful day to our grade 9 learners. I am teacher Ruela S. Santos. I will be with you for our lesson on illustrating the 6 trigonometric ratios. Are you ready? Yes, ma'am! Before we proceed to our lesson, may we review the formula in solving the sides of a right triangle. If the measure of the hypotenuse is missing, how will you solve for it?
Ma'am, if the measure of the hypotenuse is missing, we use the formula C equals the square root of A squared plus B squared.
That's right. We use the formula C equals the square root of A squared plus B squared in finding the measure of the hypotenuse. How about the legs of the right triangle? How do we solve for them?
Mom, to find the height of the right triangle, we use the formula A equals the square root of C squared minus B squared.
Ma'am, to find the measure of the base leg of the right triangle, we use the formula B equals square root of C squared minus A squared.
Wow! Amazing! You have a good memory. To find the height of the right triangle, we use the formula A equals the square root of C squared minus B squared. And to find the base leg of the right triangle, we use the formula B equals the square root of C squared minus A squared. Today, we are going to illustrate the 6 trigonometric ratios. Did you know, dear learners, that in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth? The earth was without form and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. And God said,
Let there be light.
And there was light. And God saw that the light was good. And God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. The first day. And God said,
Let there an expanse in the midst of waters, and let it separate the waters from the waters.
And God made the expanse and separated the waters that were under the expanse from the waters that were above the expanse. The second day, and God said,
Let the waters under heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear.
And it was so. God called the dry land earth, and the waters that were gathered together He called seas. The third day,
Let there be light in the expanse of the heavens to separate the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons, and days and years, and let them be lights in the expanse of the heavens, and give light upon the earth.
the fourth day. And God said,
Let the waters swarm with swarms of living creatures, and let the birds fly above the earth across the expanse of the heavens.
the fifth day. And God said,
Let the earth bring forth living creatures according to their kinds, livestock and creeping things, and beasts of the earth according to their kinds.
Then God said,
Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, over the livestock, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth.
the sixth day. That is why, dear learners, we are very special in God's eyes, because He created us in His own image and likeness. So, be good always.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. How many senses do we have, dear learners?
5, Mom.
What are those? Will you name your 5 senses?
Mom, sense of touch, sense of sight, sense of hearing, sense of taste, and sense of feelings.
Yes, you're right. Did you know that we have the 6th sense?
No, Mom. What is the 6th sense, Mom?
Common sense. Just like our lesson for today, the 6 trigonometric functions. God created the world in 6 days, and we have 6 senses. Dear learners, may I ask you this? How useful is trigonometry in dealing with real-life situations?
Mom, trigonometry is used in measuring the height of a building or a mountain. The distance from a building from the viewpoint of the elevation angle can easily determine the height of a building using the trigonometric functions.
Brilliant idea! Are there some more?
Ma'am, in criminology, trigonometry can also be used to find the shots of bullet or how tall the shooter was. This helps the police in the investigation, ma'am.
Amazing answer! Now, what does trigonometry actually mean?
The word trigonometry is derived from the Greek word trigonon, which means triangle, and metron, which means measure. Trigonometry is the most important concept in mathematics because it plays an important role in almost all the fields, whether it's aviation, physics, criminology, military, and many more.
Wow, you're great, dear learners. You really had an advanced reading, and I like that. In this lesson, we will focus on right triangle trigonometry. Please get your learning activity sheets for your reference together with your pen, paper, and ruler, for we need them in illustrating right triangle. Are you ready, dear learners?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's get started. Draw a right triangle ABC, where C is the right angle. Ready? Go, go, go! Take note that we will name the angles represented by capital letters, while the sides opposite each angle are in small letters. Is it clear, dear learners?
Yes, ma'am.
That's nice. Then, on your drawing, draw a square on the right angle. Draw theta symbol on it and let theta be angle B. Then, opposite angle theta is the opposite side, which is side B. written as small letter b, and next to angle theta is the adjacent side, which is side A, written as small letter a. And across the box, which is the right angle, is the hypotenuse, which is the longest side. Can you follow?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's great. So let us continue.
Let's go.
Now, let us determine the formulas of the 6 trigonometric functions. Let's have the formula of a sine function. How do we find the value of sine theta?
Ma'am, sine theta is equal to the opposite divided by the hypotenuse.
Very good. Sine theta is equal to the opposite divided by the hypotenuse. How about the cosine function? Can you give the formula how to find the cosine function?
The cosine theta equals the ratio of the length of the adjacent side to the length of the hypotenuse. So, cosine theta is adjacent by hypotenuse.
Wow, you're right. The cosine theta equals the ratio of the length of adjacent side to the length of the hypotenuse, where cosine theta is adjacent by the hypotenuse. What is the third function?
Ma'am, the third important function is the tangent function.
That is correct. The third important function is the tangent function. And what is all about tangent function?
Tangent of theta is written as tan theta equals the ratio of the length of the side opposite to theta to the length of the side adjacent to theta.
Yes, that's true. Tangent of theta is written as tangent theta equals the ratio of the length of the side opposite to theta to the length of the side adjacent to theta. Let us review what we just did. Kindly give me the formula of sine function.
Sine theta equals opposite divided by hypotenuse.
Wow! Excellent answer! How about cosine function?
Cosine theta is equal to adjacent divided by hypotenuse.
Very good! How about the tangent function?
Tangent theta equals opposite divided by adjacent.
That's great! As you can see, the names are very fancy, but the formulas are very simple. But how do we remember so many formulas? Do you have any idea?
Yes, ma'am. It is very simple. Observe the first letter in each of the cases. Look at the first formula, S, O, and H. So we have saw. Now look at the second formula, C, A, and H. So we write ka. And the third formula is T, O, and A. We write toa. What we get now is sokatoa.
Wow! Excellent answer! Sokatoa. Will you repeat it?
Sokatoa.
Again.
Sokatoa.
Will you try in chant form or rap form?
Sokatoa. Sokatoa. Sokatoa.
Wow! You're amazing! You need to remember those formulas. Sokatoa. Let's pause for a short reminder before we have the other 3 formulas.
Facts about COVID-19. What is COVID-19? COVID-19 is a disease caused by a new strain of coronavirus. What are symptoms of COVID-19? Symptoms can include fever, cough, and shortness of breath. In more severe cases, infection can cause pneumonia or breathing difficulties. How can we prevent COVID-19? To prevent the spread of COVID-19, clean your hand often. Maintain a safe distance. Wear masks when physical distancing is not possible. Don't touch your eyes, nose, or mouth. Cover your nose and mouth with your bent elbow or a tissue when you cough or sneeze. Stay home when you feel unwell, and if you have a fever, cough and difficulty breathing, seek medical attention.
This health advisory is brought to you by World Health Organization, Doña Aurora National High School, and this station.
We're back! Aside from the three functions, there are three more functions that we need to understand. The name of the fourth function is cosecant. How do we find the value of cosecant, dear learners?
For cosecant, the formula is simple. It's the reciprocal of sine function. Sin sine theta equals opposite divided by hypotenuse. Then, cosecant function is written as cosecant theta equals hypotenuse divided by opposite.
Yes, you're right. It's the reciprocal of sine function. Since sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse, then cosecant function is written as cosecant theta equals hypotenuse over opposite. Did you get it, dear learners?
Yes, ma'am!
I hope so. The fifth function is secant. Can you give the process on how to solve for secant?
For secant function, it's the reciprocal of cosine function. Therefore, secant theta is equal to hypotenuse divided by adjacent.
That is correct. Secant function is the reciprocal of cosine function, that is, cosine theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse. Therefore, secant theta is equal to hypotenuse divided by adjacent. How about the sixth function, the cotangent function?
For cotangent function, it is the reciprocal of tangent function. Therefore, cotangent theta is equal to adjacent divided by opposite.
You are absolutely correct! Cotangent function is the reciprocal of tangent function. That is, tangent theta equals opposite over adjacent. Therefore, cotangent theta is equal to adjacent divided by opposite. Always remember that cosecant is the reciprocal of sine function. Then, secant is the reciprocal of cosine, and cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent.
Yes, ma'am! We will remember them!
It's good to hear that. Okay, let's apply what you have learned about 6 trigonometric functions on page 2 of your learning activity sheets. Draw right triangle RST, where angle S is the right angle. Again, draw right triangle RST, where angle S is the right angle. Ready? Go, go, go! Are you done, dear learners?
Yes, ma'am!
Okay. Opposite right angle S is the hypotenuse. Right small letter S. Opposite angle R, which is side ST or segment ST, right small letter R. And opposite angle T is side RS or segment RS, right small letter T. Are you done, dear learners?
Yes, ma'am!
Very good! Using right triangle RST, you are to determine the equations or ratios using the 6 trigonometric functions. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am!
May we have sine R? What is the equation of sine R? Ready? Go, go, go!
Ma'am, sine R is equal to R divided by S.
That's correct. Sine R equals R over S. How about cosine R? What is ratio used in cosine R? Ready? Go, go, go!
Ma'am, cosine R is equal to T divided by S.
Magnificent! How about tangent R? What is the equation of tangent R? Ready? Go, go, go!
Tangent R equals R divided by T, ma'am.
Wow! You got it right! What about secant R? How will you represent its equation? Ready? Go, go, go!
Ma'am, secant R is equal to S divided by T.
Yes, that's it! Secant R equals S over T. What about cosecant R? What is the ratio used in cosecant R? Ready? Go, go, go!
Cosecant R is equal to S divided by R, ma'am.
Perfect! Cosecant R equals S over R. What about cotangent R? How will you represent its equation? Ready? Go, go, go!
Cotangent R equals T divided by R, ma'am.
You are awesome! Cotangent R equals T over R. Now, let's move on to the second activity, found on page 4 of your learning activity sheets. Activity 4 titled, Try Me. Given right triangle ABC, angle C equals 90 degrees. C equals 15 centimeters and B equals 10.2 centimeters. What is the value of the ratio of angle A? Again, given right triangle ABC, angle C equals 90 degrees. C equals 15 centimeters and B equals 10.2 centimeters. What is the value of the ratio of angle A? Ready? Go, go, go!
The value of the ratio of angle A is cosine A equals 0.68.
Wow! You got it right! The value of the ratio of angle A is cosine A equals 0.68. How did you get 0.68?
Cosine A is equal to adjacent divided by hypotenuse. Cosine A is equal to 10.2 divided by 15. Cosine A is equal to 0.68, ma'am.
Magnificent! Cosine A equals adjacent over hypotenuse. Cosine A equals 10.2 divided by 15. Cosine A equals 0.68. Did you get the same answer, dear learners?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. We already have the value of the ratio of angle A, which is cosine A equals 0.68. Now, it's time for you to find the angle to the nearest degree. What do you think is the answer? You may continue answering the rest of the activities after this episode. Be honest in checking your answers because you will learn more if you do it by yourself. For those who did not make it, I know you can do it next time. Do not lose hope. Never give up. Because making great things take time.
Yes, ma'am.
So, before we wind up our discussion, may we have a recap of today's lesson. What are the 6 trigonometric functions that you've just learned?
Sine theta is equal to opposite divided by hypotenuse, ma'am.
Very good! Sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. How about cosine theta?
Ma'am, cosine theta is equal to adjacent divided by hypotenuse.
That's right! Cosine theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse. What about tangent theta?
Tangent theta equals opposite divided by adjacent, ma'am.
Great! Tangent theta equals opposite over adjacent. What about the reciprocal of sine theta?
Ma'am, cosecant theta is equal to hypotenuse divided by opposite.
Very good. The reciprocal of sine theta is cosecant theta equals hypotenuse over opposite. How about secant theta equals hypotenuse over adjacent?
Secant theta is equal to hypotenuse divided by adjacent is the reciprocal of cosine theta, which is equal to adjacent divided by hypotenuse, ma'am.
Marvelous! Secant theta equals hypotenuse over adjacent is the reciprocal of cosine theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse. Magnificent! You are all amazing today, my dear learners. Wow, we are done! I hope you enjoyed our lesson and you have mastered all the concepts discussed. You will apply these concepts during the assessment, so please do not forget them so that you will be able to perform well in the given assessment. Thank you for staying with me. Once again, this is your teacher on the air, Teacher Rowella S. Santos from Doña Aurora National High School. Have a wonderful day! Always remember that we can make our learning fun and easy if we have a positive mindset that we can do it. God bless and stay safe, everyone! Bye!
Thank you, Teacher Rowella. Congratulations, dear learners. Indeed, we have a wonderful day today. If you have questions on how to do the remaining activities, feel free to message or call your teacher in grade 9 mathematics. Remember to submit your outputs at the designated area in your barangay on the scheduled dates. You can also submit your outputs through online platforms. Don't forget to strictly follow the necessary health protocols that our government has issued when submitting your outputs. Our next lesson is finding the geometric ratios of special right triangles. So, make sure to always tune in to our school's radio station 106.3 DWDR-FM. DANHS Radio, where learning is amazing. On behalf of the production team, we would like to thank our script writer, Teacher Marife Flores Guillermo, a grade 9 mathematics teacher. Our radio teacher, Teacher Rowella S. Santos. Our script editors, Teacher Beverlyn L. Ramirez and Ma'am Merlinda D. Dante, Head Teacher 5 of the Mathematics Learning Area. I am your host and your technical specialist, Teacher Rufino Arpameda Jr., leaving you this quote to ponder from Teen Nock. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Goodbye!
Precalculus,
Advanced Algebra,
Intermediate Algebra, Trigonometry,
Elementary Algebra,
Geometry, mga aralin na dapat tuklasin.
Mathematics Learning Area,
Mathematics, kahit saan, kahit kailan.
Mathematics maaasahan.
Inyong tututukan dito sa
106.3
DANHS Radio.
Learning is amazing! DANHS Radio, silid-aralan sa radyo, hatid namin makabago, paraan ang pagtuturo.
Wala nang makakapigil pa. Sulong Arangkada 106.3 DANHS Radio sa Aurora, Isabela.
Edukasyo'y susulong
we're back and thank you for still tuning in to Mata Live sa Facebook Live. At hindi na lang po tayo naka-live sa Facebook. Meron din po tayong YouTube channel. Tama ba, Ma'am Teacher Delma? Okay, so pwede din po kayong manood doon. Okay, so wow! Sa RBI lesson po natin na napakinggan po ninyo ay punong-puno na po ng learnings. So, ano pang ginagawa ninyo? Manood at tumutok sa ating live streaming para mas lalong dumami po ang inyong matututunan. Lalo na po sa explanation ng ating mga facilitators mamaya and sa actual solution na ipapakita ni Teacher Delma and sa command ng calculator, scientific calculator na ituturo sa atin naman ni Teacher Marley Jane at sa clear explanation ni Teacher Naida. Okay, di ba Sir Sunny?
Okay, tama ka Ma'am Maripe. Kaya mga mahal naming mag-aaral, oras na naman para ibigay namin sa inyo ang 50 pesos worth of load. Pero para makuha nyo yon, siyempre kailangan malaman nyo yung ating tanong. Okay, pakipost na nga yung tanong natin, Sir Jassel. Okay, so ito yung question natin. Wow, yan na. So nakikita nyo maliwanag. In triangle ABC, angle C equals 90 degrees. Name the side adjacent to angle A. Okay, ulitin ko. In triangle ABC, angle C is 90 degrees. So meaning to say we have here a right angle. Name the side adjacent to angle A. So ano pang hinihintay nyo? I-send na ang tamang sagot. Siyempre, huwag nyong kalimutan na isulat ang yung pangalan, ang section. Of course, the correct answer. And then send to 0975-0129-492 para magkaroon ng chance na manalo ng 50 pesos worth of load. Ulitin ko i-text dyan sa number na nakikita natin sa screen. Hindi natin po ilalagay dun sa comment box. Kasi pag sa comment box, you are not entitled to be included in the ruleta ng kapalaran. Okay. Ma'am Maripe, what's up there?
Okay. Yeah. What's up? Okay.
Yes.
Kanina walang energy si Sir. Tignan mo ngayon, nakalunok na siya ng 101% energy.
Okay, 150%.
Okay, yes sir. So, magkakaroon po muna tayo ng review, sir, about the Pythagorean theorem. Kasi ito madalas yung kailangan natin sa pagsosolve mamaya.
Okay. And then, of course, we are very lucky with this once again because our very talented learning facilitator, Ma'am Naida, is now ready to explain to us about right triangle trigonometry. Ma'am Naida,
yes,
take
sir.
it away.
Hello. Hello. Ayan, nawawala. Thank you, Sir Sunny. So we have the trigonometric ratios. This is how to solve the sides of a right triangle aside from Pythagorean theorem. Ma'am Delma, sa trigonometric ratios na tayo. Okay, ayan. So we have the trigonometric ratios. In a right triangle, there is another way of solving the missing part aside from Pythagorean theorem. So take note that in a right triangle, we have the different parts. The side opposite the right angle is hypotenuse and the two other sides are the legs. We level them as A, side A, B, and C. and the angles A and B. Trigonometric functions are defined by taking the ratios of sides of right triangle. First, let us look at the three basic functions. These are sine, cosine, and tangent. They are abbreviated using their first three letters. For sine, we have SIN. And the ratio is, we have opposite over hypotenuse. In the given triangle, our opposite side is A. And the hypotenuse, we have represented with C. So sine A is A over C. Cosine, abbreviated with COS, and with the ratio adjacent over hypotenuse. In our given triangle, the adjacent side is side B over side C. That is the hypotenuse. And the third one, we have the tangent. For tangent, it is abbreviated with tan or TAN. It has a ratio of opposite over adjacent. In the given example triangle, opposite is represented by side A and adjacent is side B. So we have the ratio A over B. Okay? We could ask for the trigonometric functions of the angle B by using the definitions. So we have here another triangle. We must get them memorized. And here is a mnemonic term to help you. The mnemonic term, SOHCAHTOA. The word or so means sine is equal to the opposite side over hypotenuse. So we have so. Yan. Para madaling i-memorize. And ka means cosine equals adjacent over hypotenuse. And TOA, that is tangent equals opposite over adjacent. Yan. SOHCAHTOA. Napakadaling i-memorize, ano? Yan. Kahit natutulog kayo, SOHCAHTOA. Mamaya tatawa-tawa na. Ayan. Huwag lang manghuhuli ng ano. It is important to note which angle you are talking about. When you find the value of trigonometric function, yes, para ma-determine kung alin ang opposite side saka adjacent side. Anyway, sa hypotenuse, naka-fix lang siya. Let's try finding some trigonometric functions with some numbers. Remember that sides of a right triangle follow the Pythagorean theorem. And that is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Substitute, we had 3 squared plus 4 squared equals 5 squared. Applying trigonometric ratios for sine A, that is equals sine, take note, the mnemonic term, so. Involve ang opposite saka hypotenuse. So we have the opposite side is 3 and the hypotenuse is 5. So therefore, the ratio of sine is 3 over 5. Okay. Then for tangent, for tan. So we have the mnemonic again, TOA. We have the opposite of the given angle and the adjacent. The opposite side is 4 and the adjacent is 3. So therefore, we have the ratio 4 over 3. Yan. Ang dali lang pag ginamit yung mnemonic term talaga. There are 3 more trigonometric functions. So tapos na tayo sa 3 basic terms. Meron pa tayong 3. They are called the reciprocal functions because they are of the reciprocal functions of the first 3 functions. Okay, so if we flip lang yung fraction. Okay. For sine, we have the reciprocal or the fourth ratio is cosecant. Ano na ang tawag doon, Ma'am Marife? Kapag sa cosecant and sine, they are the reciprocal ratios. Okay. Since sine is opposite over hypotenuse, ang reciprocal niya is a cosecant, so we have hypotenuse over opposite. Okay, if we flip lang yung fraction. Then cosine. Cosine is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Therefore, the reciprocal secant is equal to hypotenuse over adjacent. And the next one, we have tangent, and its reciprocal is cotangent. For tangent, we have opposite over adjacent. For cotangent, we have adjacent over opposite. Sa first 3 trigonometric function natin, guys, may mnemonic term tayo na SOHCAHTOA. Dito naman sa pangatlo, ang mnemonic term natin ay CHOSAKAW. CHOSAKAW. Okay. SOHCAHTOA, CHOSAKAW. CHOSAKAW. CHO is CHO, that is cosecant equals hypotenuse over opposite. Yung mga first terms niya, CHO. Then, siya, secant, equals H, hypotenuse, and adjacent, A. And we have cow. For cotangent, equals C, equals A, over opposite. Okay. SOHCAHTOA, CHO, cow. So, those are the 6 trigonometric terms. My dear learners, grabe, pinagpawisan ako sa SOHCAHTOA, CHO.
Wow. Thank you very much, Ma'am Naida. You really deserve to become also a great mathematician. So, naintindihan namin mabuti. So, kung naintindihan namin, syempre, pati yung mga learners natin na nakikinig sa oras na to, ay syempre, naintindihan din nila. So, this time, we have now the first winner of the first ruleta. But before that, requesting my co-host to read those students who sent their correct answer for recognition.
Yes,
Ma'am
thank
Maripe.
you, Sir Sunny. Sino kaya yung thank you, Teacher Naida, for the very clear explanation. Talagang pinagpawisan na siya kanina dahil bukod sa napaka-init dito sa loob kanina, ay syempre kailangang ma-deliver natin ng maayos ang ating lesson. So congratulations, Teacher Naida. Okay, so sino po yung, meron na po ba tayong qualifiers? So si Charlene Joy Saad, Christine Cassandra Valdez, Cherry Lou Ancheta, and Angel Isel Guzman. So, sino kaya sa 4 na ito ang mananalo? Okay. Raffle na ba?
Okay, so yan, umikot-ikot ng ating ruleta. Meron tayong 0.25 or 25% chance of winning kasi meron tayong 4 qualifiers, and congratulations to those 4 who sent the correct answer. Okay, so sino ang winner natin? Okay, andyan na, umiikot na, nakikita natin, wala pong daya yan. So the winner is Angel Isel Guzman of 9 Einstein. Congratulations, Angel. So continue your good work and participation in our Mata Live sa Facebook Live. So this time, we are now ready again to read to you the second question. So please listen attentively as we post the question on the screen as I read. So, eto na yung Ruleta question number 2. Use a calculator. Ayan na ba? O yan. Ang sagot nga pala kanina is line AC. O, line segment AC. O, kasi walang arrow yun. Kaya the correct answer is line segment. Pag adjacent mga anak, yung line segment na nakakonect doon sa angle. Pag opposite, yung side na hindi siya nakakonect doon sa angle. Opposite yung ganun. Okay, ito na yung tanong natin. So, dapat nakahanda na yung calculator ninyo at siyempre, alam nyo, dapat gamitin yan. Use a calculator. Evaluate 2 sine 37 degrees plus 5 tan 56 degrees. Note, your answer must be in 3 significant figures. Okay, so as usual, you're going to write your correct answer, your name, your section, and send to the number posted on the screen, 0975-0129-492. 0975-0129-492. And still, congratulations to the winner a while back. So, back to you, Ma'am
Okay,
Maripe.
thank you, Sir Sunny. So, congratulations to our first winner. This time, Teacher Marley Jane Espiritu will give an illustrative example on 6 trigonometric ratios and will demonstrate how to solve problems on trigonometric ratios using scientific calculator.
Ang taas naman ng energy ni Ma'am
Just
Maripe.
a reminder, my dear learners, since we are using different types of calculators, please refer to your calculator manual if you're unable to obtain the same answer.
Yes.
Teacher Marley Jane?
Thank you, Ma'am Marife. So, bago ako mag-umpisa, pa-shout out sa aking mga special science classes, grade 9, 9 Rutherford, 9 Einstein, and 9 Mendeleev. Makinig na mabuti mga anak sa aking i-discuss ngayon kasi ito rin ang content ng ating advanced algebra for quarter 4. Okay? So, let us have the first example. So, you are asked to calculate the trigonometric functions for angle theta. So, you have the triangle where the sides are 3, 4, and 5. So, given angle theta, the side opposite angle theta is measured 4. The side adjacent to angle theta is measured as 3. And the hypotenuse, which is the longest side of the right triangle, is equal to 5. So, we are asked to find for the values of the 6 functions of theta. First, we have sine theta. Sine is defined as opposite side divided by the hypotenuse. So you have 4 over 5. For cosine theta, it is defined as adjacent over the hypotenuse. So adjacent to theta is measured 3 over the hypotenuse 5. So 3 over 5. Tangent theta is opposite over adjacent. So opposite is 4, the adjacent is 3. So you have the value 4 over 3. For cotangent, it's defined as it's defined as adjacent over opposite. So you have 3 over 4. Then, if you notice, tangent theta and cotangent theta have answers which are reciprocals of each other. Why? Because in the definition, tangent theta is opposite over adjacent, while cotangent is adjacent over opposite. Next, for secant theta, since it is the reciprocal of cosine theta, you just have to flip the fraction. So secant theta is 5 over 3. And cosecant theta, which is known as the reciprocal of sine theta, so you will have the answer 5 over 4. That is the reciprocal of 4 over 5, which is the value of sine theta. Next one. Suppose the second acute angle of the right triangle is named as angle alpha. What would be the values of the 6 functions of angle alpha? So sine alpha is equal to, the opposite side this time is 3. The adjacent side this time is 4, and the hypotenuse is still 5. So sine alpha is defined as 3 over 5. Cosine alpha will be adjacent, that is 4, over the hypotenuse 5. So 4/5. Tangent theta is tangent alpha is, you have the opposite side 3 and the adjacent side 4. So 3/4. Cotangent alpha is adjacent 4 over the opposite, which is 3. So 4 over 3, or if you are going to reduce it, that is 1 1/3. Secant theta is equal to the hypotenuse, that is 5, over the adjacent side, which is 4. And the last one, cosecant alpha is equal to the hypotenuse 5 over the opposite side, which is measured 3. So there. Now, if you are going to look at the relationship of angle alpha and angle theta, they are supposed to be complementary angles. Why? Because since the measure of one angle of the right triangle is already 90, it tells us that the remaining two angles should be equal to 90 degrees. So angle theta plus angle alpha is equal to 90 degrees, which means that they are complementary. Okay. So, ano kaya ang magiging relation kung sila ay complementary? Look, go back to the values of the 6 trigonometric functions of theta and alpha. Sine theta is 4 over 5, the same as cosine alpha, which is also equal to 4 over 5. So, why do they have the same value? Because the measures of the angles, the two angles, the sum of the measures of the two angles is 90 degrees. They are complementary. And sine and cosine are known to be co-functions. Same is true with cosine theta and sine alpha. They have the same value, the same answer. They are both equal to 3/5. Why? First, because cosine and sine are co-functions, and alpha and theta are complementary. So we also have tangent theta and cotangent alpha, which have the same answer, 4 over 3. Why? As I have said a while ago, the angles are complementary, and tangent and cotangent are also known as co-functions. For secant and cosecant, they are also co-functions, and alpha and theta are complementary. If you take the sum of these two angles, it's equal to 90 degrees. That's why their answers are the same. Let's have an easier way of working with the functions of angles. That is by using the calculator. So you are given the instruction, find the value of the following in 2 decimal places. So you have letter A, cosine 85 degrees. How are you going to work on your calculator? Do you have now your calculators? You just have to press cos or cosine in your calculator. And then, type 85, and then, you press the degree symbol. Yung bilog, tapos comma, tapos quotation mark. Yun yung degree symbol natin. Make it sure that your calculator is in the degree mode. Degree mode, may nakikita kayo sa taas ng screen nyo na deg or D. Kasi, pag hindi D o kaya deg ang nakikita ninyo, iba ang sagot na lalabas. So, cosine 85 degrees is equal to 0.09. Next, let's try sine 7 degrees. So, press sine, type 7, press degrees, and then the equal sign. So, up to 2 decimal places, the answer is 0.12. Letter C, tangent 25.96 degrees. So, press tangent and then type 25.96 and then press degrees equals. So, you have 0.49. Now, let's have letter D. 3 divided by, you press cosine or cos, and then type 48.1, press degrees, then the equal sign. So the answer is 4.49. Now, let us try to look at number 2, right? 17.8 degrees in degrees and minutes format. So how are you going to do it? You are going to just type in your calculator 17.8 and then the symbol degrees. Your answer should be 17 degrees 48 minutes. Pasensya na po, typographical error. Walang eyeglass yung gumawa, kaya hindi niya nakita yon. So that should be 17 degrees. Yung pangalawa, 48 minutes. Remember, minutes is a smaller unit for degrees. So when we talk of degrees, it is related to the idea of the clock. 60 minutes is equal to 1 degree. And 60 seconds, yung dalawang quotation is seconds. So 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute. Okay? So that is it. Let's have number 3. Find the measure of the angle to the nearest degree where theta is an acute angle. So opposite siya ng number 1. So let's have letter A. Sine theta is equal to 0.9. How are you going to have it in your calculator? You press shift or inverse and then sine. Ang lalabas sa screen nyo o sa calculator nyo, sine raised to negative 1 of, write the value 0.9. So, sine raised to negative 1 of 0.9. Pero, let me correct it, hindi yun ang tamang pagbabasa, ha? Ang pagbabasa ng sine raised to negative 1 ay inverse sine. So, inverse sine of 0.9. And then, you press the equal sign. That's now the value of theta. 64.16 degrees. Ngayon, kung gusto mong mas exact siya, you try to press degrees, yung kinang degrees, para maging 64 degrees, 9 minutes, 29 seconds. Okay. So, let me show you kung bakit naging sine, inverse sine or sine raised to negative 1 ang symbol natin. So, you are given sine theta is equal to 0.9. Tingnan natin ang screen. Sine theta is equal to 0.9. We only need to have theta on the left side of the equation. So we divide both sides of the equation by sine. There. So theta is equal to 0.9 over sine. Now, if we apply, working backwards on the law of a negative exponent, so that would be the same as 1 over sine of 0.9. Yung 1 over sine nyo can be written as sine raised to negative 1 of 0.9. O, yan ang dahilan kung bakit naging inverse sine, kung bakit nagkaroon ng exponent na negative 1. So, 64 degrees, ma'am, 64. 64 degrees, 9 minutes, 29 seconds. Okay? So, yun. Let us continue with letter B. Cosine theta is 493. So, inverse cosine. In your calculator, then type 0.493. Your answer should be equal to 60 degrees, 27 minutes, 43 seconds. And the last one, inverse tangent of 1.8. That is equal to 60 degrees, 56 minutes, 43 seconds. Okay? So, using your calculator, you can easily find for the values of the functions of theta, of an angle. Okay? So, I'm going to return the microphone to Ma'am Marife for the next activity.
Yes. Thank you. Oh, ikaw pala. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma'am Maripe. And of course, to our learning facilitator. Ang dami naming natutunan sa iyo, Ma'am Merly. Nalaman na namin kung paano makukuha yung 6 trigonometric functions and their inverses. Ganon din kung paano mag-convert ng degree into degree, second, and minutes. Like that. And of course, finding the value of theta when we are given the value of the given function. Sana ay hindi lang ito dumaan sa ating mata o tainga, kundi manatili yan para magamit natin. And for this time, of course, we're not giving you skills or concepts without using any application. May I present to you this time, Ma'am Delma, to give us real-life application of what we have learned for today using her Jamboard. Ma'am Delma.
Hello. Ayan. Wala? Meron ba?
Okay na.
Okay. So, for the applications of trigonometric ratios, parang hindi ito, yung problems natin dito are not exactly real-life applications, but mas parallel siya dun sa exercises natin a while ago. So, we actually have 2. So, let's have first letter A. Solving a right triangle given the measure of the 2 parts, the length of the hypotenuse, and the length of one leg. So, example. So, ito yung example natin. Triangle BCA is right-angled at C. So, ibig sabihin, angle C is the right angle. If C is equal to 23 and B is equal to 17, find angle A, angle B, and side A. Express your answers up to 2 decimal places. So, nandito, nakikita nyo din yung illustration natin. Our triangle ABC. And then here, wait lang, at kailangan kong i-click ang ating mark pen para makita nyo yung sulat. So, this is our right angle here, angle C. And then we have angles A and B. Itong hahanapin natin. Hindi natin alam ang measure niyan. What else are given? We have side C, the hypotenuse, and side B. So, yung una dito, hahanapin daw natin ang measure gaano kalaki si angle A. Now, applying our trigonometric ratios, angle A, ito yung hahanapin natin. How big is this angle here? So, if we're going to find for this one, angle A, that would be cosine theta is equal to, ang cosine natin, ano ang cosine? Soka. Soka, so that would be adjacent over hypotenuse. So, i-memorize nyo mga anak ha, yung ating mnemonics kanina. So, katawa, cho, shakaw. So, we have cosine theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Now, looking at our figure, cosine theta or theta now is angle A kasi A nga ang hinahanap natin. Ang adjacent niya ngayon ay si side B. Adjacent to angle A is side B which is 17. So lagay natin dito 17 over ang hypotenuse natin is si side C which is 23. Okay. So we have cosine A is equal to, ang ratio natin ay 17 over 23. Na-explain ni Ma'am Marley kanina, kapag yung angle or yung theta ang hinahanap natin, ginagamit natin yung inverse function na ipinakita kanina. So therefore, kukunin natin yan inverse cosine 17 over 23, pindutin lang sa calculator and you will get there 42.34 degrees. If you want it in degree-minute format, then that would be 42 degrees, 20 minutes, 33, may decimal pa tala yung seconds, 33.38 seconds. So yun ang measure, gaano kalaki si angle A, that would be 42.34 degrees. So meron na tayong angle A. Now, we still have to solve for angle B. So na-solve na natin to. Si angle B naman, dahil nga, complementary ito, mabilis na lang si angle B. Ang gagawin natin, 90 degrees minus yung A natin kanina, which is 42.34 degrees. So our angle B is equal to 47.66 degrees. Okay, so okay na din si angle B. Now, we need to solve for, meron pa tayong isang nawawala dito, side A. So, with this one, side A, so okay na si, iba palang problem na to. Umiba yung figure. Sige, kakaslide no? So, solve natin si side A. Anong pwede natin gamitin? Actually, pwede din yung trigonometric ratios, pero pwede din natin i-apply ang ating paboritong Pythagorean theorem. So we have a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. A squared is plus, ano yung b natin? 17 squared, 23 squared. So a squared is equal to 23 squared. Dapat may calculator anak. 529. Hindi nagpapakita. Nalilate ba? Okay, nade-delay yata. Hayaan nyo anak, makikita nyo din mamaya yan. Nahuli lang siya. Minsan ganun talaga. May mga bagay na nahuhuli. Hindi makahabol makasabay sa ating internet. Ayan, hindi pa siya nagpaparang. Invisible pa lang. Invisible pa. Hindi ko alam kung bakit ayaw niya pang magpakita. Nakatulog ata siya, di ba? Anyway, since meron na tayong value ng B and C, pwede na nating hanapin yung value ng A, which is the third side of the right triangle using the Pythagorean theorem. So we have 23 squared, that is 529. 17 squared is 289. So we have a squared is equal to 529 minus 289. That's 240. Hindi nyo pa rin nakikita. I-square root natin yan kasi si A ay naka-square. So, to get the value of A, we have square root of 240, which is 15.49. Ayan. Meron pa sana akong ipapakita. Gamit yun yung ating, what's this? Angle B kanina, pero dahil ayaw ni Jamboard, si Jamboard talaga ang bumigay ano. Okay, for the second problem we have, baligtad naman yung second problem natin, iba ang given. So explain ko na lang ha. So tingnan natin kung mag-show, dahil naka-record naman. Naka-record ba to? Sana naka-record, di ba? Okay. For problem letter B, solving a right triangle given the length of the hypotenuse and the measure of one acute angle. So, ang given lang dito ay hypotenuse at saka isang angle. Now, we are to find for the measure of the two other sides and the other angle. So, with this problem, mabilis lang nating hanapin yung isang angle since the first acute angle in a right triangle is already given. We will simply subtract. To get angle B here, we will subtract 90 degrees minus 58, which is the measure of angle A. So therefore, our angle B is 32 degrees. Okay, now we are to find for the length of the legs A and B. O, dito natin i-apply yung ating trigonometric ratios. So, let's say, ang hanapin muna natin ay si side B, this one. Okay, if we look at side B is actually adjacent to angle A. So, ang gagamitin natin dahil adjacent siya ay cosine. So, that would be cosine A is equal to, wala pa rin, sir. Cosine A is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Hindi siya tumutuloy, sir. Pero okay dyan, sir? Ayaw din? Ayan. Sige, explain ko na lang ha. Sana recorded, so pwedeng balikan. Okay, balikan natin. Si angle A is 58 degrees. Para mahanap yung other angle, isubtract lang natin 90 minus 58 degrees. So, our angle B is 32 degrees. Okay. Next, we will solve for the length of side B. Since side B is adjacent to angle A, then we will use the trigonometric function cosine. So we will have, eto na ba yun? Hindi pa rin. Cosine A is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So we have cosine A is equal to, ang adjacent natin is B over ang hypotenuse, A 58 pala. Yan, burahin natin. Yung gamitin na natin yung value ni A, which is 58 degrees. Yan, ayaw makisama ni internet. Diba? Okay, so cosine 58 degrees is equal to B over, ang hypotenuse natin ay 27. Okay, so we cross multiply. B is equal to cosine 58 degrees times 27. Okay, pindot lang yan. Then, using your calculator, you will get the value of 14.31 units as the length of side B. Okay, for side A naman, side A, if we are going to use still angle A, and side A ang kukunin natin, then the trigonometric function that we will use will have to be sine function. Kasi using angle A, si side A ay opposite that angle. So we have sine function, sine A is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So we have opposite sine, ang A natin ay 58 degrees. Opposite natin is side A, so we will use A there. Hypotenuse natin is 27. A is equal to sine 58 degrees times 27. So we get the value of, ilan to? Pindot natin yan. Sine 58 degrees times 27 is equal to 22.9 units. So, pwede din, kapag na-solve nyo na yung isang side B, to get side A, and you still would want to use the Pythagorean theorem, pwede pa ring Pythagorean theorem ang gamitin natin. Pero mas mabilis, and para mas ma-practice kayo, then we use the sine function for using angle A here. With this, hindi lang tayo actually limited to using angle A. Yung in-explain ni Ma'am Marley, may co-functions ang ating trigonometric function. Sine and cosine are co-functions. So, pwede din natin gamitin si angle B. So, gagamitin natin to get B. If we will use angle B, then that would be sine B is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, then we will get 14.31. And to get side A, we can also use the other angle, angle B, but that would be cosine B, which is 32 degrees. You will still get 22.9. Sayang hindi nyo nakikita. We hope, dahil na-record naman to, makita nyo later on yung ating illustrations for these problems. And that's it. I'll give you back to Ma'am Marife.
Thank you, Teacher Delma. Sabi nga nila, show must go on. Okay. Naintindihan nyo ba, our dear learners? Napakalinaw at detalyado ang pagkaka-explain. So, sana po nakinig kayong mabuti. Pasensya na kung nagkaroon ng konting problema sa ating internet connection kasi yung first problem kanina meron, and then for the second problem, hindi na, ewan namin kung ano ang problema dito sa amin. So, maybe mahina ang dating, yung signal. Okay, so, hopefully, nakarecord siya at ayusin na lang ng ating technician na si Sir Joshel para po may upload at makita nyo po ng mabuti at maaral nyo po yung explanation, yung actual solution ng problem number 2 kanina. Okay. So to sum up of what have been transpired today, may we call on once again our learning facilitator, Teacher Marley Jane, to give us the summary of the session.
Okay. So let us try to have a summary of the topics we have discussed today. So, there are 6 trigonometric functions. We have the sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent, secant, and cosecant. When you are using these functions, it is very important to refer always to the triangle on the relations of the sides to the given angle. So, the angle here is theta. The side opposite, yung nasa bunganga ng angle, that's your opposite side. The adjacent side, yun yung nakakabit sa angle. And the side opposite the 90-degree angle in the right triangle is always the hypotenuse. And how are the trigonometric functions defined? We have sine theta is equal to opposite side over hypotenuse. Cosine theta is equal to adjacent side over hypotenuse. Tangent theta is opposite side over adjacent side. Cosecant theta is hypotenuse over opposite side. Secant theta is hypotenuse over adjacent side. And cotangent theta is equal to adjacent side over opposite side. Now, remember also that functions are there are functions that are reciprocals of each other. Sine and cosecant are reciprocals of each other. Cosine and secant are reciprocals of each other, and tangent is the reciprocal of cotangent. And so, if we are given sine theta, that is the same as 1 over cosecant theta. Cosine theta is 1 over secant theta. Tangent theta is 1 over cotangent theta. Cosecant theta is 1 over sine theta. Secant theta is 1 over cosine theta. And cotangent theta is equal to 1 over tangent theta. If you remember a while ago, we tried to use the calculator. In the scientific calculator, we only have sine, cosine, and tangent. And so, if you are given, say for example, cotangent theta, in your calculator, you do not have cotangent. So instead, you use its reciprocal. So cotangent theta is the same as 1 divided by the tangent of the same angle. So you could get the value of cotangent theta. Secant theta, in your calculator, you feed in as 1 divided by cosine theta. And cosecant theta is done as 1 over sine theta. Okay, back to you, Ma'am Marife.
Thank you, Teacher Marley. So it's time to announce the second winner. So we have Charlene Joy, Cyril, Cherilu, Angel Guzman, and Adonis Mangabat. So we have 5 qualifiers. So the winner is Charlene Joy Saad of Rhine Rutherford. Congratulations. So congratulations, Charlene. And
Charlene Saad.
yes, and abangan po natin ang susunod sa amin, Science 10. Mamayang 3 o'clock po.
Okay, meron pa pala Science 10.
Yes,
So
sir.
this time, we would like to thank now our production team, our technical specialist, Teacher Jessel Guillermo, to our assistant principal, Ma'am Ruby Guillermo, and to our officer in charge, the Chief Education Supervisor of the Division of Isabela, Sir Rodrigo V. Pascua. Thank you, sir. Okay,
Yes,
back to
sir.
you, Ma'am
Special
Marife.
thanks to our supervisory head, Ma'am Merlinda Dayaw Dante, and of course to our learning facilitators, Teacher Corazon Molina, and our electronic raffle coordinator, Teacher Delma Quaresma or Jamboard Writer, Teacher Naida Mangabat, and Teacher Marley Jane Espiritu. And your host for today, yours truly, Teacher Marife Guillermo.
And Teacher Sunny saying
thank you for joining and staying with us today. See you again next time on Mata Live sa Facebook Live. Bye! Stay safe, everyone!
Okay. Shout out kay
Pre-calculus, advanced algebra, intermediate algebra, trigonometry,
Donnelly.
elementary algebra. Mga araling dapat tuklasin. Mathematics Learning Area. Mathematics kahit saan, kahit kailan. Mathematics, maaasahan, inyong tututukan dito sa 106.3 DWDR-FM. Basta Dance Radio, learning is amazing!